Hey guys, so we are back in for legs today. Really excited to get this session underway. It's going to be a massive leg session. I actually haven't posted too many leg sessions recently, and I think it's always the best to train ultimately, and probably the thing you guys enjoy watching the most out of training sessions. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Right now I'm 6 months deep into my growing phase, feeling strong, moving well, and yeah, we're just going to get after it. Obviously, I'm like at a stage now where we're trying to move very, very slow. So I'm just taking those small wins in the sessions. Like, you're not going to see massive jumps now 6 months into your off season. But now it's the key thing for me now is just to always turn up and take those progressions and just stay in this phase now for as long as I can. So we probably have like 2-3 more months left. We'll see how the look goes. But that'll be a decent first push up across this extended off season. And right now I'm at week 7, week 8 of my mesocycle. I took a few D-volume sessions because I'm going away in a week on holiday. So I just wanted to drop off a little bit of training fatigue so I could get into productive sessions before I go away. And then it's going to be a week off. So this session is going to be really fun because I just want to bury myself pretty much to the point where I'm going to need that week off in a week's time. And that's going to just do the job in terms of getting me back to where I need to be. So when I'm back, I can just get back into productive training. In terms of strength, I did 260 on pulls 2 days ago for the first time for 2 reps. I know you guys saw me do it for a rep max the last week, but things like that are building up a lot of fatigue. So hopefully, by the end of this week, I'll really need that time off. And ultimately, at the end of the day, guys, you should sometimes take time off just to switch off occasionally. It's really beneficial and it'll be a nice mental reset. But yeah, right now we're just going to get into legs, smash it out. We've got hacks on the agenda today. We'll see how 5 plates moves, and yeah, we'll just get it done. Let's do it. You'll notice I've been doing loads of mobility. I find it so important, especially for me right now with my programming. A lot of my programming right now is set up to just bias deadlifts. So the cost of that, because I need that for my physique, but the cost of that is basically a situation where I come into legs 2 sleeps after pulling 260. Now my lower back is feeling pretty good today, but it's never going to be 100%, right? And the mobility stuff really makes a difference there in terms of feeling just more mobile and not tight when you go into a hack. So you're not feeling like when you get into the hole, you can't get out of there. So yeah, if you find that you're going into leg sessions a little bit sore from doing heavy pulls before, just add 10 minutes of mobility work and it will help massively. I think it's something that I wish I did earlier in my training because I ran into a lot of issues, especially very early on in my training where I was having lower back problems, and this probably would have helped that a lot. Johnny, this is a summer outfit.
Really?
Yeah, sick. Yeah, these MBW shorts, for summer guys, you should get some. They're still on sale. They're so light. It's literally not wearing anything, which is what you want when you're doing legs in your peak off season. So yeah, definitely get a pair. This as well is by AJ's brand Be Epic clothing. It's the same material, so it's little holes. So you can feel the air. It's nice. Yeah.
Oh, Carl 10 for discount.
No, I'm not. I'll just use side backs. I don't know how you're getting it down. Right. Brilliant. Great start to the leg session. Well, that's stuck, so we're gonna have to use this. It's a nice leg extension, but if you want to pin it, the pin I think touches the chain, then it takes the chain off. So. Three, two, one. Good. Come on. Yes. Nice. Drive. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Again. Come on. Drive! Come on! Drive! Right.
It's not bad, it's better higher rep, but I always do above 10.
So the reason I stopped using this leg extension was because it just, like if you go heavy, it just kills your knees. And I can do a lot more than this if you really send it. But now I'm just thinking about like controlling it as much as possible, going in all the way in, and just really feeling it as much as I can. And that's what you want, right? So that is my focus on leg extensions, because if I really try and send a weight, it just ruins my knees. The reason I use the Nautilus is because it's very light at the bottom and it feels amazing on my knees, and the alignment was perfect. But I think just do this, just stay in like 10 to 15 rep ranges and I'll be fine. One set, that's it. Absolutely just send it all the way there, one set and then move on. Because that's all the volume I want right now for my quads. Because my quads, I don't need that much more quad. I need a lot more like back development, glutes, things like that, which are gonna come from my pulls. And even if I recover, you've got to be aware, like a lot of the time you're just building up fatigue that isn't even, you know, muscle fatigue, like soreness. It's central nervous system. It's your central nervous system, and that's important to think about. So I'm just trying to keep my sets here, see if I can progress, grow my quads on like 3 sets of quads per session, and get more out of my deadlifts.
Come on. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Come on. Drive. Again. Come on. Come on.
Oh, nice. Just a little tip on the seated leg curl. You might notice that I'm not pausing in the short. I used to do that a lot. And I think for people that aren't like been training for so many years, I think pausing in the short is a really important cue, because it teaches you to really control it and own it as you get your hamstring short, and makes you more accurate and putting tension through the area you want. However, I think now we know like how important stretch mediated hypertrophy is. Like that's the most important thing. So the stuff that happens up here is the most important thing. So I sometimes think that pausing the short for too long is potentially making you weaker later on when you stretch out here and preventing you from getting more up here. So yes, control it when you get it short, but it doesn't need to be a super long pause. And as long as you're just controlling that sort of as you get short and coming out of it, and you're not swinging into it, you're good in my opinion. And I think like overly obsessing with form, like that there is an example which could potentially actually make you miss out on more gains. So for most people, I think the focus needs to be control, but once you build that up for a while on a seated leg curl and you've done it for ages, that's where you can use that control a little bit and get more out of the stretch. So it's just something to think about.
Let's go. Come on. Nice. Good. Come on. Let's go. Yes. Again. Come on. Go. Come on. Back and front.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes.
Absolute redemption from last week. My lower back was fucked. I got 3 reps. That wasn't fucking happening today. Ah. Fuck yes. 7. You didn't help, did you? I almost wanted to go for another. more like the rest of the session. Whew. Come on, let's go. Yes. Come on. Good. Yes. Ha-ha! Come on. Again. Let's go. It's yours. Come on. Again. Let's go. Drive. Yours. Oh, yes!
Unreal.
Such a...
That was so good. Wow.
You're like a psychopath. They say you're like, ha ha!
Yeah, I love that. Oh. Ha ha!
Really nice.
Huh?
It's nice.
Yeah?
Fucking hell, I'm struggling. I've got this whole summer to look forward to. It's been a long time since I've been this heavy during summer. I'm sweating already. What? This is the first time going back to the 45 degree Cybex, and it's such a nice piece at this point in the session because it drops off, so it's a lot lighter at the top. Now our quads are really fatigued from the hacks, so we want to go into something where we get that challenge in the lengthened, where it really matters in the stretch, and then it drops off, so we can, you know, create like a good productive set where we're not like 4 reps in and it just dies. That's kind of what you would see on machines where it's very heavy in the short. At this point, you would just die out of nowhere. Machines like the Rogers, great leg press, but best to do at the start of your session because there is that challenge in the short. And I use the Cybex pin loaded, which does drop off in the short loads. But the issue with that is getting in and out is such a ball ache, and it's actually quite hard to re-rack, and it just really ruined my lower back a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to go back to the trusted Cybex 45 degree. Dorian Yates used it for a reason, and it's because it is a phenomenal piece. If anyone says they enjoy split squats, they're lying. Let's go. Yeah, so you'll probably notice like I'm doing adductors at the end, well not right at the end, but nearer the end, because I usually find whenever I do adductors at the front of my session, it just takes away a lot from my squat, and I guess that kind of means, which it looks like it when you look at my hack as well, that I use quite a lot of adductor in that squat, and I don't really think that's an issue, because I think when I look at my physique, I need more adductor than quad anyway, so basically just putting this later on so I get more of my hack, more stable, is ideal, because right now when I do hacks, I'm able to kind of push through when I get close to failure, but in the past I used to do adductors at the start and the stability would just not be there, and in the mid-range it would just die. So just be aware of that, guys. Like maybe look at your hack setup. If your toes are out a bit and your knees kind of travel out a little bit and you're using your adductors quite a lot, then it might actually help you to put your adductor later on in the session. I think it's very like person dependent situation, but maybe just have a look at training and see.
Let's go.
Nice.
Good. Yes. Nice. Let's go.
Oh. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh. This calf machine is insane, I love it. It's so brutal because it's so heavy back here, but it forces you into a stretch like you will never ever feel before. It's such a unique calf raise, like I absolutely love it. Just literally the challenge in the stretch is so good, and that's where it matters on this. Whilst it matters on everything, on calves it matters even more, because that's a stimulus your calves aren't used to. Think about it, you're always walking like level, you're never coming here, and you're always going like this. So if you're trying to challenge your calf, lengthening out is the way to do it, and this allows you to come all the way in. Very, very nice. Best calf raise that I've ever used. Yep, got it.
Nice. Good. Come on. Yes! Let's go! Come on!
Oh, fuck. Oh. Nice. You're probably wondering like, what the fuck's happened? He's gone on a lat pull down. But this has been so good for me because my upper lats are weak, and because of my split, I rest either side of the legs. So I've been just adding some top up work on my lats, and this movement's just flown. I've got so much stronger at it. And I've seen the growth there. So yeah, I think if you've got a weak area, this is why push pull off legs off is so good, because you can just add whatever's weak on that leg session, and it's not really going to take away from your other sessions because you've got a good amount of rest days. Something worth trying, but understanding like it's not essential, but it's a really useful way of just allowing yourself to do some extra high quality work when the fatigue is low. I know I've done legs, but the fatigue through my lats is still very, very low, and that high frequency has allowed this movement to just fly.
Nice, come on.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you doing the other arm?
Yeah, it's not. Oh, shit, yeah.
Come on.
God knows how old this piece is. How old is it? How old is it?
How old was it?
I think it was like 1960.
Like a good 30 years plus, I reckon. Yeah. Older than you, Adam.
So when you're doing a crunch, just think about spinal extension and flexion. So just this, 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 as much as you can. I've made the error in the past, like doing an ab crunch and just trying to get it down there. and just using my whole body weight. And if you train like that, you're just going to lose it so much when you diet down, and you never want your training to not be like in a position where it can hold through a diet phase. So try and be as efficient as you can and just use your abs. So just think about just tensing as hard as you can here to actually get it move. And don't let it move unless your abs are tensing to allow it to move. I actually made an error there. I just let go of it. I'm trying to get out of that habit. Like at the end of my set, I want to use the negatives. Because studies have even shown, like if you were to do just the negatives versus just the concentric phase, you get more gains just doing the negatives. And I mean, that says it all really, and it's like, a lot of us, we train and we're like, yeah, we hit the number, drop the weight. But you can get more there, there's more to be had. It's like partials, it's the same thing, negatives. So when you're done, when you fail, just stretch it out and then stop. I'll remind myself to do it next time. So thank you for watching, guys. That was a really good leg session. Very, very happy with that. After last week's leg session not going the best because of like pools and traveling and just lower back feeling really fatigued, we came back and took 5 for 7 on the hack, which was amazing, which is an all-time best, and feeling great and got exactly what I needed to get today. Considering I'm going away in a few days, I needed to make sure that the session was 100% and I could just, I got everything out of it that I wanted in terms of just burying myself through a lot of sets, hard working sets, taking good progressions and moving forward before I take a week off. So yeah. Before I take a week off. So yes, we've got 2 more sessions left and then I'm going on holiday, which will be nice. And I haven't done that for a long while because last year I was on prep all year. So I'm trying to remind myself to make the most of it right now. Like I'm not on prep, I should enjoy myself occasionally through summer before I prep for another summer again, because 2025 isn't that long away, let's be realistic. But yeah, just thank you for watching, appreciate all the support. I'm so thrilled to see how well this YouTube is moving, how many people message me saying they're enjoying the videos. It does mean so much because I think it's only been like a year and a couple months since this YouTube was made. And yeah, I'm just loving producing videos for you guys. So we'll keep them coming, we'll keep it up, and yeah, as always, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next video very soon. Thank you for watching.